Well, good morning. I'm Dan Konjorski, your host at Life on the Bench. And welcome to Life on the Bench. Life on the Bench is a place where you would often go to a park and sit on the bench and reflect about life, nature, and so forth. Lately, I have been talking about the Billboard Top 100 songs, top 100 number one songs of 1970. And that's a hobby of mine. I like to look at those songs and to just read about them, get to know a little more about those songs, and specifically how they impact us, even into impact my generation more specifically, or culture in itself. But today I want to address something else. I want to address politicians. I want to address you senators and you representatives that were elected to work for their constituents, their people that elected them from their cities, their state, their regions. You need to do your job. You know, I am coming to you as a business owner, and I am frustrated as all get out because I don't know how true it is. I served 20 years, and I think there is some truth to it. The people that wear the military uniform are not getting paid, possibly, and you all are getting paid. There's an Ohio senator by the name of Bernie Moreno, and I want to just applaud him. He wants to put together a bill. He's putting together a bill, I think, to impose a tax on lawmakers that will negatively impact their paychecks if they don't do their job. I think it needs to go a step further. I think for every day you don't do your job, you don't get paid for a week. You guys are nothing but, and I need to be careful here because I don't want to just call out names. I don't want to call you names, but you're not doing your job. It's like you are spoiled brats just because of personality issues. And that's what gets me. It's in the corporate world, you have to work with personalities. In life, you have to work with personalities. I work with people with various personalities. And you just have to do it. And if you want to be successful, you can have the greatest personality and be dumb as a rock and are still accepted. You can be smart as a whip and have a terrible personality and not be accepted. Okay? But the point is, you all are making decisions based on a personality of the President of the United States. That's my opinion. And I'm getting really tired of it because you guys are not doing your jobs. You know, part of me just wants to tell you to get your head out of your 4-point of contact and do your job. And I'm serious about that because I'm a business owner. I pay my taxes. I have to pay my taxes. You guys should be taxed if you're not doing your job. That's my opinion. You men and women out there who were elected do the people's work. You're not doing the people's work. You're sitting there crying like little brats because of personality issues. So Senator Bernie Moreno, he wants to impose a tax on lawmakers that will negatively impact their paychecks. You know, and this is an article written by Fox News, Alex Miller. I got some of the information from there. You know, he wants to create, he has this act that's called, and this is the beautiful part of it. You know, in the military, you learn about acronyms. And I'm serious. Other than the military, politicians come up with the fanciest of acronyms. This act is called Stop Holding Up Taxpayers, Deny Wages on Washington's Negligence. In other words, in parentheses, it spells out shutdown. What a name, what a creativity, right? Stop holding up taxpayers. Deny wages on Washington's negligence. Shutdown. It's the Shutdown Act, a proposed new tax law for lawmakers. You know, I agree with it. I think we should do it. I think we should go beyond that. I think President Trump and you know, that's you know, you got good personalities, you got wild personalities, you got all sorts of personalities that you work with, and he has a personality. We know that. The point is, I think he should tell he should tell the Department of Treasury not to release any monies to any lawmaker until they do their job. Nothing. I think he should do that. And because you guys are nothing but spoiled, and I'm going to repeat myself, spoiled brats. You guys, we live in America, land of freedom, right? That's what we should be, a land of freedom, land of the free. And what governments out there that don't have the benefits that we do are operating better than what we are right now, because you don't know how to get along with one another. And I'm talking both to Democrats and Republicans. You guys sit down at the table, do your job. That's my opinion. Okay? And it's my opinion because I'm a taxpayer, I'm a business owner. I have to pay above and beyond what my employees pay in their taxes. I have to pay some of their taxes. So I have a right to say this. Okay? I have a right to tell you lawmakers to do your job. If you were in the corporate world and you didn't do your job, you wouldn't get paid. So in my opinion, I think we should not only support this bill, the shutdown bill, but we should also, I think President Trump should also tell that all lawmakers do not get paid until they sit down and complete the job and get the government running again. That's my opinion. I think we need to go to term limits, okay? Or better yet, go to merit-based work requirements for senators and representatives. Now, I know this is a dream. This is utopia, in my opinion. I'm asking for some utopian peace here, or it's a dream. You know, at least do term limits, but then that's going to take a miracle to happen in itself. Much less or much more merit-based work requirements for lawmakers. You know, do your job. Don't do it for the corporations that pay your bills. Okay? You know, the irony here is that we, the American people, can make merit-based work requirements for our senators and our representatives happen. All we have to do is vote based on the work that our representatives and our senators are doing. If they're not doing the job, vote them out. Vote someone in that will do their job. Okay? I think also, too, that it should be noted, all right, that the American people are harmed. It's not you lawmakers right now, because you guys are getting paid, right? You're getting paid not to talk to one another, and that's stupid. You know, it's just crazy. I can't get my mind off of it, and this is the reason why, is because I'm a business owner, and it impacts people that work for me. It impacts myself. It impacts people around the community that I work in and I live in. You guys do your job. American people are harmed, not the lawmakers. Business owners are harmed, not the lawmakers. People, WIC recipients, people that need funding because of the lower socioeconomic status that they happen to live in. Those people are harmed. You're not harmed, Mr. Representative or Mrs. Senator. You're not harmed. So do your job. America's lawmakers are a bunch, and I said this before, I'm going to repeat it again. America's lawmakers are a bunch of spoiled brats that bully each other because of differences in personality. And that's not surprising since many of them are lawyers. Now, not all lawyers are like that. I got it. But I'm learning, I'm observing a lot that highly educated, just because you're highly educated and you may carry a license to be a lawyer or a legal professional, doesn't make you smart. Okay? So please get out there and do your job. That's all we're asking. Do your job. Sit down at the table. Come up with a plan that everyone can agree to and get it done. Open up the government. That's what needs to be done. So welcome to Life on the Bench. Please like us, follow us, and follow us on YouTube. I really need you to like us and share it with other people. May you have a blessed day. See you next week.